Welcome to the Digital Glue Podcast. These digital untangling episodes are brought to you by Crystal Kordalchuk, CEO and founder of Virtually Untangled. This podcast is for entrepreneurs who need untangling from the day-to-day tasks in their business. These virtual world untanglers never underestimate the power of a good idea. And if that sounds like a lofty goal, well, it is. A decade ago, Virtually Untangled was founded with the goal of creating meaningful digital experiences that connect with people. Crystal and her team of honorary untanglers are now providing business owners just like you the opportunity to own your story and share it with the world. So, every Tuesday morning, she'll be dropping a new episode that will help you think big and dream even bigger. Let's dive into today's episode.
We're back after a mid-year hiatus for summer and a bit of virtual detoxing. Welcome back to the Digital Glue Podcast as we run out the year with some pretty exceptional topics to help your business grow on all fronts. So, as some of you read today's episode title, you're probably thinking, nah, no frickin' way. Nuh-uh, not frickin' possible. And I know this as there's been a lot of Facebook Lives, Insta videos, other bloggers and vloggers chatting, and marketing campaigns from other entrepreneurs saying the exact opposite. Well, I'm not here today to tell you they're wrong. I'm just here to explain how this work-life balance can be possible. It truly can. But to get started, the power must first be within you, and you must want it in order to get it. Work-life balance is a concept that describes the ideal of splitting one's time and energy between the office and other important aspects of one's life. So today, I'm going to share with you 10 simple tips on how you can make this your lifestyle. First and foremost, number 1, your mistakes are not fatal. Unless, of course, you're a surgeon. But for most of us, mistakes happen. We learn from them, hopefully, and move on. And when there are consequences, and in most cases there are, all one can do is work on overcoming them, growing from the situation, and move on. And yes, it's really as simple as that. We're only human. We all make mistakes. Keyword there is all. So don't dwell on things and make your life a living HE double hockey sticks. We all make mistakes, have all the struggles, and even regret things in our past. But you are not your mistakes. You are not your struggles. And you are here now with the power to share your day and your future. Number 2, no business or job is worth risking your health for. Please trust me on this one, as been there, done that. If you're feeling stressed, that just means you're not eating properly or at all. You're not sleeping properly, or maybe even having nightmares or night sweats. You're grumpy for no reason, or maybe worse. And when you're stressed, sick, and miserable, you're not performing at your best, which makes you even more stressed, sicker, and yes, more miserable. This is not a natural human cycle that will help you reach your business or career goals. So please take care of yourself. You should always come first. Number 3, learn the art of digital detoxing and unplug. Easier said than done sometimes. I know. Especially when we live in a tech-dominated world. Scrolling through social media feeds, reading on your Kindle, cruising through websites, binging on some good old Netflix or Crave, and playing games on your smartphone often feel like routine and a break in your day. However, they're not. And breaking these habits, unfortunately, cannot be done overnight, nor should it be taken lightly. The key part of the whole unplugging experience is not that social media and technology are bad. They are just convenient tools to help keep you in the loop and make things easier. Unplugging should be done in baby steps, just like breaking any other habit or routine. The cold turkey method won't work here. One trick that I started doing for myself a few years ago is managing those damn fucking notifications. The less it rings and buzzes and blinks, the less often you'll think about it. So at a certain hour every evening, long before bedtime, I have my smartphone automatically turn off my notifications and just enjoy whatever activities I have set out for myself. Same thing goes for my morning routine. My notifications automatically turn themselves back on at a certain hour. There is a secret setting space in your phone that can do this for you. You just need to take 5 to set it all up. Grabbing my phone also is not the first thing I do after I open my eyes each morning, nor should it be for anyone. This gives me room to breathe and just be. Seriously, give it a whirl. But for some reason, if my little trick doesn't work for you, then perhaps it's time for things to get drastic and go completely off the grid. Number 4, don't think outside the box. Remove the box. Yes, we all love to live inside that warm, cozy, and comforting box some days. It's safe. And making yourself do things that are new or outside your comfort zone can be super fucking scary. So it just seems way easier to just keep plunking along, doing what you know, and improving at things you already feel familiar with. But here's the kicker. What happens if the thing or job you're really good at is eliminated? Or what if you find out that you need new skills in order to move forward? This is why it's super important and healthy to branch out and become talented at new and different things, even if you don't plan to use them right at this very second. So instead of staying all comfy cozy in your onesie inside your box, only to peek out once in a while, making yourself think, that's out of the box enough for me, just get rid of the box entirely. Number 5, overcome your networking dread. Meeting new people in your field or potential clients, or even following influential people on social media is one of the most important things you can do for your long-time business or career health. You just never know when the right opportunity might come knocking at your front door, or when new information learned from these connections will come in handy. Plus, it's nice to have a support network, your tribe, whether it's personal or professional or both. Think of these experiences as your professional garden. Sometimes it can be tedious to water, weed, and fertilize your plants. But if you stick with it, you will grow something truly amazing that you can continue to appreciate and enjoy for days or years to come. Number 6, failing is not the end of you. I know it certainly doesn't feel great to fall short of your own expectations or of others. But sometimes failure is what you need to either learn a valuable lesson about how you're doing things, or simply just to help you realize that you should be doing something else. Even some of the most successful people out there have failed. So rather than let that define your business, take a look at the hard lesson in front of you and move forward. No matter the circumstances, there is always something to be learned in failure, which is what we now like to call room for improvement, thanks to the ever so lovely Brené Brown, which you can then apply toward being more successful in your business or career. Number 7, stop it with the SOS already. As an entrepreneur trying to juggle so many different responsibilities and possibilities, you will likely find that any illness will seriously set you back temporarily while you recover. But there's one specifically that may have powerful, lasting effects on your business and extend far beyond a simple day or two of absence. And it's called shiny object syndrome, SOS for short. As entrepreneurs, we constantly crave new technology and usually aren't afraid to sign up and dive right on in, or get our team to do so on our behalf. Sometimes this can be a great characteristic, but when SOS sets in, it tends to force one to chase platform after platform after platform, or project after project and change after change, all the while never settling with one option. It's called shiny object syndrome because it's the entrepreneurial equivalent of a small child chasing after shiny objects, or a cat chasing a laser pointer, or a squirrel chasing that golden peanut. Once they get there and see what the object is or does, they immediately lose interest and start chasing the next thing, and then the next, and the next, and the next, getting themselves stuck in a vicious, never-ending cycle. This can put your business in danger and stump growth because you're never really getting anywhere. And trust me, I've experienced this with some of our virtually untangled clients. Instead of letting me untangle them, we spend more and more time switching platforms repeatedly as opposed to actually getting anything done. This came to the forefront with project changes, as well as from time to time with some individuals making so many change requests that we spent months on something that could have been completed in a single week or two. So once you realize you have these tendencies, or one of your team members lets you know that things are kind of getting out of hand, you can start to correct your choices and compensate for them, thus ultimately forging a more consistent, reliable path forward for you and your business. Number 8, make automations your new BFF. Sometimes as entrepreneurs, we can live inside a tech bubble. I am right now, actually, due to the nature of my business. But with the right systems, you can maximize not only your time, which is what we're trying to create through balance, more time, but also the efficiency in which you run things, as well as your profits. Because truthfully now, we all know that all too often, repetition, waste, and unnecessary bureaucracy can slow your business down. So find those missed automation opportunities through the repetition of tasks and or projects, social media posting being one of them. Implement some AI, make certain tasks simpler, and perhaps consider hiring a nuclear team of virtual ninjas. Remember, you're supposed to be working on your business, not in it. Number 9, you and only you control your destiny. This thought goes back to an older Digital Glue episode I shared not long ago about waiting for permission. No one is going to make your life change for you. It's all up to you. You have the power and the strength to make your dreams come true. You and you alone. If you just drift along, letting everyone else define the way you run your business, you can end up in a spot where you're extremely unhappy, perhaps even regretful of all those chances you didn't take. So make sure you're setting goals that will make you feel fulfilled and do everything possible you can to make and meet those milestones along your journey. And learn from my mistake, which you can read about in that episode and of previous blog posts too. And don't wait. Just get out there and create your destiny today. And last but not least, and being one of the most important tips of all today, number 10, your happiness should not be put last. Yes, I know having a reliable payday in order to have a roof over one's head and life's basic necessities, especially during a post-pandemic recession that seems to have no friggin' light at the end of the tunnel, might seem more important to those funds rolling into your bank account. But life is way too friggin' short to stay somewhere that makes you totally miserable. If you feel uncomfortable in your current situation, whether in entrepreneurship or corporate, that's a major red flag that you should be doing something else. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. So if you are lucky enough and blessed to love what you are doing, you will be successful. So as you can see, with these 10 simple tips, work-life balance is possible. Have any tips you'd like to share with the world? Just drop them in the comments so others can benefit. The more the merrier. Okay, so now that we know the tips, let's talk about the next steps to make this all happen. Resources. I know. I talk a heck of a lot about resources, but for a good reason. They help us entrepreneurs manage our businesses and those of our clients with ease. But today isn't just about any sort of resources. This next part is all about resources for you if you are a solopreneur or run a virtual assistant gig or have a team of VAs. These helpful resources are to help ease the workload and create a more positive, time-effective workflow. Honestly, every entrepreneur needs a toolkit of their own that both maintains as well as takes their business to the next level. We want goodies that actually work in our benefit to help alleviate some of the stressors. So just like the vault on our website, I've created a thorough list for you of some of my team's most favorite tools that will help optimize your business performance, streamline your workflow, and help you make the most of every minute of every day. Ready? Then let's get started. First and foremost, above all else, communication is key. Effective communication is a vital tool for any business owner. Doing such can help you foster a good working relationship with your clients and leads. You want to make a great impression and keep it standing, even with your team members if you happen to have any. This is why I highly suggest being adaptable with more than one communication tool. Be flexible. I prefer to use Zoom for video conferencing and team meetings, then use Slack and email for the in-between communications. It just makes sense to dabble with a few options, especially when you're running a virtual business. Next up, being organized is essential. For those of you who know me and know me well, organization is my life. And not just in my business, in my life outside as well. I'm a little crazy that way. But it helps me increase my productivity levels, reduces my stress levels, and helps me meet my goals and deadlines. Now, you can all agree that these are some pretty great benefits, so where should you start? Besides the obvious of keeping your desk, computer files, calendar, planner, and your space spick and span and up to date, there's many great ways to stack digitally and gain control of project management. My most favorite platform at this time is Asana, and it is so amazing. I don't see myself changing it anytime soon. Well, 2 if you include Google Drive, which is honestly a must if you're a virtual entrepreneur. The reason my team and I use Asana is not only for project management and nerd-level organization needs, but communication as well, for not only our internal untangling needs, but for each individual client workload as well. Some prefer Trello or Monday or ClickUp for larger team projects, so we tend to dabble in there too. All choices are highly beneficial for staying organized and on top of things. It just boils down to preference. Being organized can truly save your life. We are also very fond of Toggle for time tracking, Evernote for physical voice note-taking, lists and reminders, Slack for internal team chats on the fly, WhatsApp for team chats after hours, and very recently we added a newbie app to our phones called Tasks, which is a to-do list organizer, which helps us multitask when on the road or if we don't have access to our desktop. Okay, just one last favorite in this hub, LastPass. For those of you managing all your accounts and passwords, plus the millions for your clients' things can get a bit sticky, and all the characters, they tend to start running together. So consider this platform your saving grace. It's not only great for organizing all your accounts and passwords into folders, but it also helps you make your passwords stronger with a secure master password. The LastPass Vault has truly made my life a million times easier and helps me be more efficient and work quicker. No more stumbling to remember any more passwords because we all know how frustrating it can be to forget a password and try to get it reset. Next up, staying on top of creativity. Okay, I know not everyone listening today is a designer, and some of you may even feel as though you don't have a single creative bone in your body. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can be and feel more creative, quite easily actually. Sometimes it's one of the last things people expect from you, but it doesn't have to be that way with all the fun tools at your fingertips, such as Canva, Adobe Creative Suite, Adobe Stock, Promo Republic, Toby Knows, Place It, Biteable, Visually, and Quotes Cover. Now, with just a few clicks, you can create your own graphics for your social media posts and newsletters, videos, infographics, and quote cover images for all the places. Yes, it's really that easy. Creativity can become your power to connect the seemingly unconnected. Curious as to what else we have in our virtual toolbox? Well, oh, so many resources, and we would just love to share them with you. But we're also here to give you insight while saving you time. We not only want to help you build, organize, manage, and maintain your business goals with ease, but we also want to help you find what you need when you need it, resource and freebie style. Technology sometimes has a bad reputation. However, one of the greatest gifts it ever gave us was the ability to gain access to any and every resource imaginable. In addition to the virtual container of the internet, we wanted to share with you an orderly list, because we're just too nerdy to do it any other way, of our absolute favorite, just can't live without resources and freebies. So feel free to pop by the vault on Virtually Untangled's website. Now it's our turn to be curious. What's in your virtual toolbox?
And that's a wrap. Virtually Untangled is a full-service business, which means they've got you covered on design and content right through to digital and organization. You'll form a long-lasting relationship with them, as collaboration is central to everything they do. Now it's time to seize the moment and become inbox friends. It's easy to do. Just hop on over to virtuallyuntangled.com or their Facebook page to opt in and receive instant access to the most inspirational ride of your life. So what are you waiting for? Become inbox friends with VU. Until the next episode, keep untangling.